Hello, my fellow Americans. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. I saw a really good one on Facebook. Guy made a comment. He said, what if people put up a no gay zone sign? No gays permitted. Because see, right now we have no gun zones, no guns permitted. But you see, we have a Second Amendment. That's our right, but people are not trying to uphold our right. You know, that's what the piece of paper says, that we have a right to bear arms. But there's people all around, businesses, business owners, elected officials, people that want to prevent us from fully expressing our Second Amendment rights. I mean, there's a lot of times people go to these meetings with, you know, open carry. They got their guns with them. But there's people, no, you can't bring those guns in here. Well, I thought this was America. Now, so what this person on Facebook was saying is just basically, look at the hypocrisy. You know, you got people all up in arms about gay marriage, gay rights, but what about guns? I mean, we got one thing protected by the Constitution. The other thing is kind of nebulous. Something the Founding Fathers didn't deal with. Now, it's like I said before on a few videos. You know, people are talking about, what about the businesses' right? What about their religious rights? You know, these Christians that don't want to provide service to gays. Well, you see, the thing is, when you go in business, once again, I believe you give up certain rights. I mean, you know, if some gays were driving through a one-pump town and the owner goes, hey, we ain't giving you no gas, you're gay. But, I mean, they're out of gas. What are they going to do? I mean, that's not what America's about. So even though you might be against gays and gay marriage, but, you know, you're in business, you got to serve the public. But see, the thing is, it gets really, really, really hazy, as I mentioned before. You know, if a skinhead wants to have a birthday cake with a swastika on it and he goes to a Jewish bakery, well, you know, the Jewish guy's going to be all offended. But, I mean, I think people would understand why they would probably give him a pass. I think they would. I could be wrong. But, you know, if a Christian baker doesn't want to bake a cake and put two women on a wedding cake and put two women on the top, somehow, you know, everybody's up in arms. You see how it gets all mixed up and nebulous? But, you know, most of it, I truly think is just a distraction from what's really going on here. Once again, it's freedom and liberty versus tyranny and slavery. It's just that simple. I mean, if people would just focus on that and let people be free and not try to force your views on other people, then we wouldn't have most of the social problems we have today. At least that's my opinion. What's your opinion? I'd like to hear it. I really would. Because to me it just makes, this whole thing just doesn't make any sense. You've got our Constitution being trampled on by our elected leaders, and nobody seems to be really getting too upset about it. But, you know, deny somebody a birthday cake or wedding cake, and then all hell breaks loose. It's just something, there's just something wrong with this picture. It's like, where are the priorities? I mean, where are the priorities here? I mean, am I saying it's not important? No, I'm not saying that, you know, if somebody wants to be gay, that their rights aren't important. But what I am saying is that we got things like the Constitution under attack. I mean, question is, which one you want to stand up for? Because I'll tell you what, if we don't have that Constitution, then the gays, they ain't going to have no rights, because you don't know who's going to get in office. I mean, there's some countries around the world just going to round them up and shoot them or throw them in jail. And I'm not saying we should be one of those countries, but what I am saying is if we don't protect that Constitution, we just might be one of those countries. And so everybody, it's time for you to wake up and smell the tyranny.